Hi, everyone. Welcome to Financial Insights. I'm Linda, your accounting coach. So, here we are with another tutorial on QuickBooks. So, the numbers, I would say, number seventh mistake that we make regarding QuickBooks is understanding the banking section. This is it probably should have been number one. So many individuals misunderstand what is the banking section. So, the banking section in QuickBooks, go over here on your left hand side in QuickBooks. Here is the banking section, and this is where you can connect your bank account and your credit card. Many times, individuals believe once that's connected, they're done. That is not the case. There is still work that needs to be done. So when you connect your credit card, so this is a sample company in QuickBooks. When you connect your credit card, this is a credit card. It says here, this number here represents 7 transactions. And that means as a business owner or your bookkeeper, someone needs to go into QuickBooks and actually tell QuickBooks what are these transactions for. So what account should these transactions go into? Is it for insurance? Is it supplies? Is it payroll? I have seen businesses that have over 5,000 transactions that have not been coded. I would first start with always, you have to schedule time to do this. If you're doing your bookkeeping yourself, you need to schedule time so it doesn't get so overwhelming. So once you start to get, over 20, 30, 40, 50, you definitely want to spend a couple hours and get caught up. So that's really the number one mistake regarding this section is that people just believe that, okay, I'm done. QuickBooks is going to be updated. That's not the case. The purpose of the banking section is to ensure that your reconciliation is correct at the end of the month. So with this banking section, it's taking the bank transactions and matching it in QuickBooks. So for instance, let me give you an example. Here, this is a sample company. This transaction here to Bob's Burger. QuickBooks is saying, I have found a match. I have found a credit card expense for $18.97. This credit card expense was entered into QuickBooks. So it was entered in QuickBooks as a credit card expense. When that credit card transaction came across, QuickBooks is now saying, oh, we have found a match with the same vendor and with the same dollar amount. This is what you want to see. So you can actually hit match. A lot of businesses, however, they do not enter anything into QuickBooks. They just wait until the bank and credit card transactions come across and they code. That's fine too. Good accounting practice, though, is actually you enter your expenses and your deposits as they happen instead of waiting for the bank. So, that is, you want to make sure you understand that piece because when you're matching, you want to make sure it's the same vendor, the same amount. Because there could be another vendor that is $18.97. So you'll hit match. So that's what match means. Match means that there is a QuickBook transaction and there's a bank transaction and they mirror each other and you can hit match. Over here, add. Add means you actually need to go into QuickBooks. You just click right in that transaction and you need to code it. You need to categorize it. You need to tell QuickBooks, what is this for? So if there is money in the dollar amount in the receipt, that means it's a deposit. It can be a deposit from your client. It can be a refund. It can be you investing in your business. If there are dollar amounts in the spent column, that means money went out. So once again, money has actually went out. So that money has been spent. So since this is a credit card, these are expenses. So you want to make sure you understand that. So when you want to add, once again, you just click on the transaction, you enter in the information. Let's just say, I'm just going to say this is labor income and you select a vendor. I'm sorry, for this one, this is a customer. So you select the customer. I always like to put a description. So you put a description here Let me see here. Yep. And so this looks like this came across as Amazon software. So we'll just go with that and you just select add. So you want to make sure you understand what is match, what does match, the definition of match in QuickBooks, add, and then here's another one, view. So here in this transaction, QuickBooks is saying there's two matches found. So there's two credit card expenses for two different dates. They're the same amount and same vendor. So what you have to do, you have to look at the date that that transaction was clear. That's April 5th. So this transaction, April 5th, matches the bank transaction, I'm sorry, the credit card transaction that came across. So you would select credit card expense. So this usually happens if you use a vendor multiple times through the month. So just be really careful because you have to look at the dates. And what here you'll just select match. So definitely make sure you are taking care of your banking section, making sure that you're coding your transactions on a timely manner. You don't want this number here to be, start to get up to 50, 60, 100, because that means you're going to have to spend a couple hours and start digging and figuring out what's going on. So remember, the banking section, the purpose is to ensure that your reconciliation is much easier at the end of the month, and then also an efficient way to ensure that your accounting software matches what the bank says. So if you have not spent some time this week, I would challenge you to spend some time in QuickBooks in your banking section, getting caught up, getting familiar with the different fields and the terminology. So make sure you share this with a friend, and we'll see you next week. Take care.